Hi, my name is Tom Floyd, and I'm an RA here for NJIT ResLife. In this segment, we will discuss general information to know and to go over during your tour. Most people coming for a tour of our halls have not lived in a residence hall before, and things we take for granted in the halls are cool and exciting to them. Your job is basically to sell them our halls and to show them that their college experience will not be complete without living on campus. With all of the things that NJIT ResLife offers in each of their buildings, there is one important thing to keep in mind. No one hall is better than another. Each hall simply provides a different living experience. Some students, maybe even you, might have had a negative experience at some point living in the halls. These stories or experiences should never be shared with your tour group. When giving the tour, you will receive many different questions from people, and you may not always know the answer. If this should happen to you, simply say, "Great question. I'm not 100% sure on the answer, so when we return to the lobby, I will check to make sure I am giving you the right information." If you're giving a tour at the time and the Residence Life office is closed and you can't check right away, say, "Great question. If you would please write down your name and email or phone number, a Residence Life staff member will contact you this week to follow up." Never be afraid to admit you don't know. The people taking the tour know you are only human and can't expect you to know the answer to every possible question at the top of your head. Some important information that you should make sure to mention during your tour is, you receive your housing letter with your acceptance letter to the university. First-year students will be placed in either Redwood, Cypress, or the Honors Hall if they are Honors College students. We do have room changes the second and third week of the semester. Roommate requests. First-year students are able to request a roommate if they know someone or meet someone at FYC who they would like to have as their roommate. Meal plans are required for all freshmen and sophomore students. Keep in mind your class standing is determined by your credits earned and not by the number of semesters you've been at NJIT. Getting involved on campus. Within the Residence Hall, we offer the Residence Hall Association, Hall Council student governments, National Residence Hall Honorary, and the Resident Assistant positions, along with numerous other student positions that they can apply for within our department. On-campus recreational activities. On campus, we offer many things for students. In the campus center, there is a bowling alley and full arcade plus game room. In each of the residence hall, there is a recreation room with ping pong and billiards tables. And NJIT offers 2 gyms with a full-size tennis court, Olympic-sized pool, racquetball courts, basketball court, soccer field, outdoor track, and brand new state-of-the-art fitness center. Microwaves. Students are allowed one 1,000 watt or less microwave per room. Residence halls are open during all major holidays, winter and spring break at no extra charge. Learning communities. Resident Life offers 4 distinct learning communities for students: an architecture, biomedical engineering, electrical and computer engineering, and an honors college community. Each of these communities is an option that students have to live together with other students of the same major or program as they are in, so that they can build bonds and help each other through their coursework.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Federico and I'm a resident assistant here at NJIT. In this section, we will go over how you should be giving your tours and the basic format that you should follow for all tours. In another section, we will give you a mock tour of each hall, which will cover any fine details or specific topics that vary within the different halls. So let's begin. When you meet your tour group, make sure to introduce yourself to the group. A good script to follow is, "Hi, my name is," and then insert your name, Nicole, and I am going to be serving as your tour guide on this portion of the Residence Hall tour. Today we will be looking at, and I'm in Cypress Hall, so I would say Cypress Hall, and we will be taking a look at the public spaces as well as the student room. The rooms we will be viewing today are actual student rooms, so you can really see what living in the residence halls at NJIT is like. So let's get started with our tour. So you will begin your tours in the main first floor lobby of the hall. So when you're in the first floor lobby, make sure you speak about the vending machines and how they're available in each residence hall lobby, the 3-swipe security system. So for instance, you would say, the residence halls at NJIT all use a 3-swipe system to enter the building. First, you must swipe your NJIT student ID at the outer door. Then you must hand your ID to the desk attendant, who is a student staff member that is stationed at each desk 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Once the desk attendant checks your ID to verify that it's yours, they will swipe you through the next door. Finally, once you enter the lobby area, you must swipe your ID again to gain entrance to the rest of the building. This part is important because some schools only have a staff member at the doors during certain hours or not even at all. Next, you should talk about the mail services that we offer. Let them know about all the student mailboxes in the main lobbies of every building that are accessible to students 24 hours a day. Mention that to pick up any larger packages that do not fit in the mailboxes, that students can pick them up from the office during the day between 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., Monday to Friday. During the RA office hours as well, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Monday to Thursday. Once you've finished in the lobby, you will move to the kitchen area. In most halls, the kitchen is near the office, so on your way there, show the group where the office is located, re-mention the package hours. Now, the only exception to this is in the honors hall, where the package room is actually located on the first floor, whereas the hall office is located on the second floor. Okay, so once you've arrived at the kitchen area, let the students and the parents know that 1, it's a community space, 2, it's free to use, and 3, it's available to them 24 hours a day. At this point, you should not be mentioning any stories about stolen food from the community fridge or how some students may abuse any of the equipment in the kitchen. You want to share positive stories here. So try to keep it as positive and simple as possible. If you have personal experiences that you want to share, be free to share them now. Also at this point, it's a good idea to talk about meal plans. Let the group know that the meal plans are required for all freshman and sophomore students and that their class standing is based on their credit hours completed, not the number of semesters at NJIT. Don't forget to mention all of the different food options that we have on campus and that their meal plans, swipe, and flex points cover the areas of the dining hall, the C-store, the Trattoria Pizza Parlor, Starbucks, the Sandwich Shop, the Spice Cafe, Taco Bell, the Salad Shop, the Village Market, Ayala's Pizzeria, and the Warren Street Cafe. So essentially here you want to let them know that they've got lots and lots of options. After the kitchen, walk them around to show them the common spaces like recreation areas, large study lounges, and the TV lounge or room. In most buildings, this is just on the first floor, but in the honors hall, go to the second floor and show them the hall office to the right, and then take them to the honors lounge area. No matter what the building, be sure to mention that all student public lounges are open 24 hours a day. The only exception to this is, again, in the honors lounge, which is open from 8:30 a.m. to midnight every night. Now, after you show everyone the public lounge spaces, go upstairs to the tour room that's provided to you. Along the way, be sure to show the group study lounge on that floor, if the building has one, and let them know that it's open 24 hours as well. Once you get into the tour room, make sure to talk about the following things. First, talk about the door lock system in the rooms of that building. Note whether it is key or punch activated. Next, talk about the room style. For example, Redwood is community style living, whereas Cypress and Laurel are suite style. Oak is apartment style, and Honors is a blend between suite and community. Next, mention that the room is now how it is, and this is how it will be for the students that move in, and they are welcome to customize the room however they would like. For instance, if they want to bunk their beds in Cypress, they're more than welcome to. Next, talk about the features of the room. For example, let them know that now we have Wi-Fi throughout all of the halls, Ethernet ports and cable jacks in the room, and how there's a phone line in each room that students can activate through Verizon once they check in. Next, talk about how their students have the option to choose their own roommate if they would like to. But if not, they would simply just choose a room, and once their spot is filled, they can see that person's contact information on the My Housing website. Finally, talk about the things that their students can bring, for example, a refrigerator, a microwave, a television. But be sure to mention all of the information on size requirements can be found on the ResLife website. Once everyone has been in the tour room, asked all of their questions, and you've answered them, you can then proceed back to the main lobby of the hall. Now, before ending the tour, it's really important to thank everyone for taking their time out to see the residence halls and to ask questions, and then say that it's the end of the tour, but if they do have any further questions, that you'll be there for an extra few minutes to answer them. In this section, we will cover some common questions that you may encounter on your tour. Okay, so a parent may ask a question like, I've heard that NJT has a problem with mice and roaches. Is this true? Your answer should sound something like, NJT is located in an urban environment. Living in Newark means having access to great cultural events at NJPAC, restaurants in the Ironbound, and close proximity to New York City. But it also means that we have to deal with certain pests that may not be a part of everyday life where you're from. Residence Life does address pest issues by educating students about how to minimize pests and by using the services of an exterminator should a problem be reported in a room or public area. Okay, next someone might ask, can my son or daughter get a single room? Your answer should be yes. However, this year we do plan on having a limited number of single rooms available for first-year students. Typically, single rooms are reserved by our upper-class students who have lived on campus for several semesters, which makes the number available for first-year students a little bit smaller. Next, someone might ask, how much does it cost to live on campus? Your answer should be that the average cost for a double room in our halls is about $3,900, and the average cost for a single room with a shared bathroom is about $46. There are rough numbers, so please instruct tours to reference the Residence Life website for our current room rates. Another question might be, how much does cable cost? Your answer to this should sound something like, the cost of cable is already included in the rate that you pay to live on campus. Next is, do the rooms come with a phone line? Each room does have a telephone jack installed, however students have to contact Verizon to get the line activated if they wish to have one. Next is, can first-year students have a car on campus? Yes, they can have a car on campus and will have to buy a parking permit that they will need to display in the car. The parking permit request is available online. Another question might be, are meal plans required? Your answer should be, meal plans are required for all freshman and sophomore students. Now keep in mind your class standing is determined on your credits earned, not by the amount of semesters that you spent at NJIT. And lastly, do first-year honors students need to live in the honors residence hall? And the answer is yes.